morning, Divine Feminines. I just recorded like a 2-minute video for you already, and then I had to go back and do it again because I was on pause. Oh, anyway. I just want to address a couple of things real quick. I know this is such a frustrating journey, you guys. Hey, I'm with you. I'm living it too, okay? So, but I cannot emphasize enough that you guys really need to be doing the work. And I know that you're doing yoga, and I know that you're doing meditation. I know you're doing some things. Some of you, a lot of things, a lot of really powerful things. And if you're shifting and you're feeling that like you're looking at things differently, that's how you know you're actually working on yourself. If you're just doing certain things here and there, you're kind of working on yourself a little bit. But a lot of you, when I ask you if you've done the exercise, thank you, God, for my misery, which I go into extensively. If you want to look into that here on YouTube, just put in Amy Satori, thank you, God, for my misery. Or just put in the word misery and my name, and it should come up. Anyway, so I ask you, have you done the homework? Have you worked on that? And you'll say, oh, I do it all the time. I do it in my head. And I say every single time for you guys, do not do that. Use a notepad with the spiral at the top. Start at the top, write the statement down. Thank you, God, for the bad thing. And now do not get wrapped up in the thinking about it. Okay, guys, I know what I'm doing. And this comes to me through spirit as a thing you guys absolutely must do in some of these areas of your lives where you're struggling, okay? Man, don't do it in your head. Write it down. You guys, it's like night and day, okay? Night and day. Take the time. I know you maybe don't feel like you have a bunch of time or something, but it's only, you can make a profound shift in like 10 minutes if you'll just listen. Seriously, like, okay. I've used this example before, but it's not also, some of you wonder if you're going to manifest it or something. You guys, sometimes you guys think so crazy. I'm just like, what? You'll talk yourselves out of it. So that's your ego trying to trick you into not being free. Let me just tell you, the things I recommended will free you. So don't talk yourself out of it. That's just your stupid ego. So don't listen to it. Write it down. Thank you, God, that he will not speak to me. Thank you, God. It's about vibration. It's not about the words that you're saying. Saying thank you, God, that he's not speaking to me is not creating him not speaking to you. It's the vibration of it. It is how you feel about it that's important. So you say, thank you, God, that he's not talking to me. And then you write down all of the benefits and advantages you can think of, at least 10 to 15 advantages or benefits as to why it's a great thing that he is not talking to me. And you will reach outside of your spinning out thinking, and you're going to actually start to see why your higher self is making you go through this. Nothing has gone wrong, you guys. Nothing's gone wrong. This is all by design. This is true love. This is how true love goes. Period. End of story. There's no escaping it. There's no getting around it. There's no buying a ticket to some other place unless you want a narcissist or crazy person. Or a soulmate. That's an easy way out. But so many of you like, oh my gosh. So do your homework. Do your homework, you guys. What happens is, okay. So I'm going to tell you about an incident that just happened. And this has happened maybe 3-4 times that I've been doing this. The spread looks incredible for the guy, right? He looks like he's about to come forward and you guys are going to have this beautiful flourishing relationship and whatnot, right? And then all of a sudden you guys will say, you were wrong. The cards were wrong. He doesn't like me at all. And he just totally pushed me away. And he just said that he never wants to have anything to do with me again. And I can't believe this happened. How could you have said that his cards looked so great the other day? And I'm just going, oh, here we go. Believe the cards always. You guys don't doubt the cards. The cards are telling the truth. Masculines run, especially if they feel like they're going to fail you. And what happens is I usually just say, just believe the cards and trust, just believe the cards and trust. Don't try to blame it on other people. That's only like proof that you don't take personal responsibility. You'll start pointing fingers at him or the reader or whatever. Don't do that. Own your stuff. Because I finally, I asked this particular divine feminine who told me this yesterday. I was like, gosh, and these thoughts just kept coming to me about what she probably did. And I said, I just reached out to her and I said, I just would like some more information about what you just went through. And I said, just tell me if I'm right. I said, you probably kind of inundated him with text messages. You probably got really needy and needed constant reassurance or constant attention. And she showed me a couple text messages that they had back and forth, and I mentioned some other things anyway to help her kind of see what she was doing. But anyway, she sent me a message back, and she's like, thank you for caring and wanting to know. And then she says, you're right. You're absolutely right. I totally did that. And then she said, I'm just so tired of growing. But that's kind of a sign that you're not actually doing the work, because when you're doing the actual work, you become more free. You don't become burdened by having to do the work. You become freer and freer to where you don't care about waiting around, or, you're just living your life and feeling free. And you have moments of feeling like, God, it would sure be nice to share all this with someone. It would sure be nice to be, to have this cool relationship where we care about each other every day and find out what's going on in each other's lives and kind of support each other. And that would be a really nice feeling to have again, having somebody in my life. But we bounce back to being but I just love being single. I embrace all of this. I'm living my ultimate life. I love my life, right? So if you're tired of the growth, you're not doing the growth part right. But I get it. I really get it, because what's happening is you're being results oriented. And the problem is that you make him a means to an end. You think that you're gimme, because if I can get, then I'll be happy. You guys got it all backwards, because you have to be happy in your circumstances first. I was just talking to another feminine the other day. She was like, it's starting to dawn on me what you mean by that. You don't wait till the circumstances happen and then you're happy. You create the happiness within yourself despite any circumstances, and then you can be happy in a relationship. Yes, that's it. So I was glad she confirmed that for me, and I thanked her, for her honesty. And then, she told me all the events that led up to it. And I will tell you, these masculines, if they feel like they're going to fail you or let you down, or if they constantly, and the guy was really going through a lot of stuff. He had a lot of stress, a lot of stuff on his plate. So she probably got insecure and felt like, oh, he's going through all this stuff. He's going to push me away. Oh my gosh, he's going through all this stuff. I don't matter. I'm on the back burner. Or, oh my gosh, because of all the stuff he's going through, he's going to change his mind. But you guys got to own that and say, I got insecure, so I did this to him. Constant blah, 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 blah. And then he got kind of tired of the text messages. He's like, I can't keep up. I have to do this constant ping pong with this person for them to feel okay. So he finally gave a big pushback and he goes, look, I've got too much going on right now. I just got too much going on right now to deal with this, back and forth conversation stuff. So be sensitive when you start coming into communication with your masculine. Be sensitive, number one, to whatever he's going through. Be there to support him, but don't be an additional stress. Let him come to you. A lot of masculines have to pull away, and this is females too. They have to pull away to really take a look at a situation and really feel it out. You need to be a strong enough feminine, divine feminine. And if you don't know what that means, watch my video called Stepping Into Your Power. That'd be a good one. But be the queen. Be the queen who knows that whatever he's going through, he's working it out. And just be receptive of him coming back when he's ready. You guys got to not panic and think the worst of things and get really super insecure about every little thing that they do. Because what's going to happen is you're going to do that in the relationship and you're going to ruin it. Because this is just preliminary. This is just you guys starting to sort of land the plane. You guys are just starting to talk. You guys are just starting to communicate. You need to start building rapport and trust and show that there is, that you don't need them, you want them. You need you. You need you to be your own best friend. So do the homework. Do the homework to keep freeing yourself. And you will become more and more and more self-aware and less needy of somebody having to. I used to hate that. When I was younger, people would call me needy and I'd just be like, what are you even talking about? So I understand, I know. But the thing is that's just codependence. If you need somebody to text you back or call you back or do anything in order for you to feel okay, then you're giving your power away to that person, Oh, and then this was the other thing this particular feminine was doing. The minute she got pushback from a guy, she'd just throw everything out. Just, oh, this is just I'm never going to find somebody. I'm never going to. And it's just okay, but where is your belief and your faith in that man that you love, right? It's the means for an end thing in a way. It's oh, you'll just pick any guy who will go forward. And you try to get them really engaged in conversation and stuff to stick to them, or them stick to you, for you guys to stick together. What makes people stick together, what makes true love stick together, is believing in each other, having faith, and taking personal responsibility, being self-aware, and being able to catch yourself and apologize. Catch yourself and know when you're going off out of alignment, when you're going off the rails, and you can correct yourself and get back together. So it's just there's a feeling of it to if this guy doesn't work, I'll go to that guy, and if that guy doesn't work, I'll go to this guy. And it's just well, where's the love though? Where is you loving that particular person? And I know that this particular feminine is very much in love with these guys. It's just she's losing sight of that and her desperateness. And I'm not saying all of you are desperate, and I'm not even calling her desperate. I'm just saying, you guys do get desperate. You guys do you need to get pregnant right away, as soon as possible. And you really want it to be with the person that you love. You don't want to have to settle for some guy or a sperm donor or something like that, for example. So you guys make your needs more important than the guy. You can't do that. You can't use the guy to get what it is that you want. That's a karmic. That's what karmics do. And maybe you're that person's karmic. I don't know. But, don't use your masculine as a means to an end. You love him unconditionally. And if he pulls away, he pulls away. Hopefully you guys have good enough communication to where he'll tell you, like this guy, actually, come to think of it, he said, my life is just really busy right now. I can't really do this. And then that's where your maturity kicks in and you say, okay, he said, for now, through this time, I can't do all this back and forth. And that was good communication on his part. He knew his limitations. He knew what he was going through. And now that's her time to go, oh, well, and not take it personally and be like, okay, yeah, I'm glad you said something because I was being kind of insensitive, wasn't I? You know what I mean? And then you can kind of step back and be like, when this whirlwind is over, then, let me know. We'll go have a good time this summer or whatever. But those of you who get all upset about it and like want to throw in the towel, you guys just have unrealistic expectations, I hate to say, just really unrealistic expectations, and you're too needy to keep a relationship healthy anyway. So really make it about working on yourself. Okay, here's another text. Good morning, Amy, or afternoon, maybe, lol. I was thinking this morning how relationship spreads, I do quick relationship spreads on my website. They're $22 and they're like 2-3 minutes. They give you kind of an overview or synopsis of what a person of interest is thinking, feeling, the actions they plan to take, and the future energies and what those are feeling like. To give you guys just a quick snapshot. So she said, I was thinking this morning how relationship spreads would be cool if they came with an estimate on how long before the relationship comes together. But then I realized you'd lose money because we probably wouldn't buy as many if we knew something like that. But it would be cool, and I would pay a higher price if that was just an option, if that was an option. Just a thought. And then she's like, hope you have a good day. So if we could make a remedy for this whole situation and put it in a bottle, do you realize how rich we would be, you guys? If us readers could be like, if we had this special thing that we could give you guys, we would make a fortune doing that. We don't want to keep you guessing. We want to help you. Plus, it looks good for our testimonials when you guys have things that happen that we predict. So we want to help you. We want to give you the answers. But here's the thing. We don't live in a concrete universe. This is not form. It's not about matter. It's about energy. What the hell is that? What was that? It's about energy. So our timelines are malleable, and we have many, many timelines. You guys can look into parallel realities if you want to, or jumping timelines and things. Many, 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 many possibilities in the future. Many, many, many. And when you have an epiphany or a realization, and you're like, I'm not going to put up with this certain situation anymore. I'm not going to put up with this boss anymore. I'm not going to be treated that, whatever it is. You have an epiphany and you realize what it is you truly want. I'm going to go check that out. Hang on. That just must have been an alternative reality. I don't know. There's nothing going on. I looked everywhere. There's nobody and nothing going on. So whatever. I don't know what that was. But there is no so okay, so you're here going down this timeline, shoo, 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 and you're on your way to union, and it's a great, and you, by the way, you probably have like 50 to 100 timelines where you're going to end up with this person. And the readers, they tap into like the highest probability. Well, I do anyway. I tap into the highest probability, the one where most of everything comes to this. Like 100 out of 150, 100 to 120, 100 of 120 of those timelines lead to this result. You know, it's like what we predict is going to be most probable sometime in the future. But depending on these epiphanies, I mean, watch, I think it's what's the butterfly effect. Ashton Kutcher. Watch that and you'll see what I mean. You just tweak a little thing and then all of a sudden you go down this whole other timeline. And the other timeline could be like weeks, months. You know, it's almost like the same thing can still happen, but it might happen further down the road, or it might happen exactly when the reader predicts. I have found that I feel super confident in everything that I predict, but the timing, not so much, because of that factor. Either if you or him have some kind of a, you know, any kind of realization or any kind of different move that you weren't going to make in that lifetime or whatever, it makes you jump over to another timeline with a totally different, I mean, the same stuff can happen. It's so hard to explain, you guys. It's really complicated, but trust me, if it was that easy, and if we could just like pick the timeline that we know you're going to for sure, and then, you know, select that exact time and date. I mean, sometimes I've actually hit it right on, but those are the people who actually stayed on the trajectory. They stayed on the track. They stayed, and you don't have control over the other person. So it's not like don't try to control it, you guys. This is another way you guys try to control it. When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? You can't control him or the epiphanies and realizations he's having on his side, okay? But if everything works out the way that it's going already on that trajectory, then yes, the time that I and I do predict times, not usually in the twin flame check-ins, but like in the remote readings when I'm actually talking to you guys on the phone, because I can better feel it out and navigate it. And so let go and trust and work on yourself. And if you're really desperately wanting to know the end date, the time that when it all comes together, then you're on the wrong track. Let me just say that. You need to be more surrendered and trusting of life. Period. So you need to write a list. Thank you, God, that it's not coming together yet. Thank you, God, that I'm all alone. Thank you, God, that I have the most incredible life, but I'm totally without a partner to share it with. Thank you, God, that I feel like I'm being rejected. Thank you, God, that all my insecurities are being, you know, coming to the surface. Thank you, God, that I feel totally abandoned and alone. Thank you, God, that like whatever it is, and start listing the benefits and advantages to it. It's incredibly beneficial, you guys. Incredibly freeing to realize what you've set yourself up for. Your higher self knows what it's doing. And your guides are putting you through these things on purpose to help you evolve and to help you get ready for this relationship. You don't want to just get into the relationship. You want to get into the relationship and have it flourish and be healthy. You know? You don't want to fuck it up, they just said. So, yeah. Get out of your head about it and just surrender and not care. Just live your life. Live your life and let them show up whenever they're gonna. You know, just radically accept it and let it go. And just peek in every once in a while if you want to. And I do also a twin flame check-in. It's the same thing as the quick relationship spread, only I do a blessing at the end that gives you some insights too. I actually have a conversation with your masculine higher self. So you get to hear that and see the images that come through and things like that. Anyway, you guys just take care of yourselves. Be your own best friend. Live your best life. Go on vacation without him. You know, just go out with your girlfriends. Just have a good time. Go dancing. Meet other guys. You know, just live your life. Don't get so hung up. Or I know the synchronicities and things are super, super hard. I mean, it's like, gosh, learn to take those differently too. I mean, I get inundated too. You guys see it on Instagram, but just take it as thank you, universe, for letting me know I'm on the right track. You don't have to be like, oh, it means that he's yearning for me and I'm yearning for him and I just can't take it anymore. I just, don't do that to yourself. You can think, if you know that it's your masculine feeling you and he's feeling sad and stuff, I get that with my masculine too. I just send him love, I'm just like, man, I love you. You're good. You got this. You can do this. Give him your vote of confidence. Show him you believe in him and you have faith, and show the universe that you trust it. So just get yourself in a high vibration however you possibly can, no matter what that is. Start a new class, do something new and creative. When you're in a creative mode, it's like you're connected to your higher self, and you start channeling and all kinds of really fun things, and you release stress. Do anything that you can to release stress. The last thing you want to do is sit around and wait for results. Read Eckhart Tolle's book, A New Earth. It'll really, really help. It has an incredible vibrational energy to it. And it also teaches you about the ego's traps and how it tries to get you to be miserable in the moment. Your ego will try to just tell you all the different ways that, oh man, it's so tricky. I have seen the works of the ego for so many years, but be free of the ego voice within you, and you will start soaring and you will have peace despite any circumstances. And there's nothing in the future that's going to make you feel any better than you can make yourself feel right now. When you're in that relationship, you're going to go through hell if you can't make your life happy now. So you really don't want to do that, because then it's going to be even more painful, because then you're going to get into a relationship with this person. It's going to be wonky because you're wonky. And then it's going to get messed up, and then you're going to go into separation again, and you're going to be so depressed you won't know what to do. You're going to be like totally beside yourself, thinking that you ruined the whole thing, and you did, in a way, by being so needy and codependent. So stand on your own 2 feet, be strong, step in your power, and let him off the hook. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself, take care of your own needs. So hope this helps. Hope this helps you guys. Really, I'm helping prepare you guys for union. And there can be no trickery or shortcuts involved, you guys. No trickery or shortcuts. Got to have your heart on your sleeve, and you got to be taking care of yourself. All right. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you later.
Hey, if you like my videos, please share, subscribe, and set your bell notifications on so you'll know the moment they come out. Also, don't forget that you can go to my website and order a personal reading at amysatori.com/services. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.